Good evening, board members. Thank you so much for having us here this evening. You've heard a fair amount about the pilot agreement, and I've presented it to you here. On the 3rd of October, Scott Sutta signed a document that says the county board has found and hereby finds that the agreements herewith promote the present and prospective prosperity, health, happiness, safety, and general welfare of the public school students in Jefferson County. And you see his signature right there at the right. This was signed on the 3rd of October. If you look with me at the left, the one time that the people that are sitting in front of you right now have told the truth was printed in the spirit of Jefferson on the night of 22nd November 2017, the night before Thanksgiving. I want you to look at that list of nasties. Would you have signed this pilot agreement if you had seen this before the 3rd of October? I dare say you would not have. I said at a last meeting that this was the pig in the poke. Somebody sold you this without you knowing what was in it. Your signature is now on it, and here's what they gave you. One of the things you've heard about tonight is particulate matter. If you look there at the left, 2.5 microns, that's how big it is. And I want you to see how many tons a year they're allowed to put out. 134 tons a year. Look there at the right. One cigarette has 12 milligrams of PM 2.5. One cigarette. It would take 10,130,228,596 cigarettes to make 134 tons. To make that simple for you, that's 27.7 million cigarettes a day that will be coming out of what they call steam stacks. Now they're calling them steam stacks because they're wanting you to think that it's not smoke. This PM 2.5 is stuff you can't see. It's so small that it gets through into your lungs, like you've heard earlier. That's what was allowed. Now here's the scary part. The Department of Environmental Protection says that that's okay, that you can actually do that right next to this school. And they're going to, now that the pig is out of the poke, what they're going to do tonight up here is they're going to put lipstick on that pig. I have heard from them over and over again that what comes out of that smokestack is no different than the air that you breathe. They're going to talk to you about formaldehyde. And they're going to say, well, that comes out of your breath. You exhale it. I don't know how many of you have ever French kissed another human being, but it didn't require an EPA permit, and it certainly didn't require a 220-foot smokestack. But that's the kind of thing they told people to get them to sign that. That's what they told them. They're going to tell you tonight that everything that they're doing, that West Virginia doesn't even monitor some of these things, but they're going to use the levels from Virginia since we don't. I want you to think about that for a minute. These people are saying that the things that are monitored are okay. Look at the second page. This article was written 2 weeks ago. The title is Ambient PM2 Reduces Global and Regional Life Expectancy, August 22nd, 2018. First sentence, exposure to ambient fine particulate matter air pollution is a major risk for premature death. This was just last week. The EPA doesn't regulate it. They're right. They actually have a permit to do this. Is it worth a roulette game with the kids' health? We don't know what this is going to do. 20 years ago, we all had parents that smoked in the car. How many cigarettes are okay?
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I'm asking you to pull that thing out.